Hey, Cross of Life, Pastor Caleb here, sitting in my car while it warms up because, as you can see a little bit maybe on my sunroof, there's frost because it's cold in this country. And I failed to turn my car on and defrost my windows, and I don't feel like getting out and scraping them. I'd rather talk to you. So what I want to talk to you about today is a series of podcasts that I've been listening to the last couple days in preparation for Reformation, which is the Sunday that we're celebrating this coming Sunday. It's a series called Paths to Lutheranism. It's done by a podcast and radio show called Issues, Etc. What they do is essentially interview people who came into Lutheranism from all sorts of different backgrounds, whether they be non-Christian or different Christian denominations. And one of the things that I found just really interesting in listening to these interviews is one of the themes that keeps coming back in why people came to Lutheranism. And the reason is that they saw somebody, a Lutheran, living out their faith. What most people outside of Lutheranism think of Lutherans is that we are, well, to put it bluntly, apathetic. That we sort of do church, but we just kind of rely on grace to cover everything, and we don't really have to, I guess, try at being a Christian. On the one hand, that's true. We have God's grace, which means we don't have to. We're free in the gospel to not see our status with God based on our works. That is one of the joys of being Lutheran. However, one of the joys of also being Lutheran is knowing that we can do good works, not to do them for Jesus, but to do them for our neighbor, to bless other people, not to earn our salvation. And as one pastor put it one time, Lutheranism before like 1950 would be considered a holiness cult today. Now, I realize that's hyperbolic language, but do you understand what he's saying? He's saying people used to look at Lutherans and say those are people who are really dedicated to their faith. They lived day in and day out, every moment, through their theology. Now, I'm not advocating that we go and make ourselves into a holiness cult. We're not. We're already holy in Jesus. However, it would be good for us if we think being Lutheran is worthwhile, to live like it's worthwhile. To define our lives by what we believe about the scriptures. That we would dig ourselves into what the Lutheran confessions say, so that we know what scripture says according to what we've been confessing for 500 years. I don't know if you resonate with this, but I do, because I think being Lutheran is awesome, and I want more people to do it. So if you could, join with me and be more dedicated to living out what it means to be Lutheran. If you're not sure what that looks like, it starts like this. Every Sunday, the Lord's Supper. Because every Sunday when we have the Lord's Supper, not only do we celebrate the centerpiece of what it means to be a Lutheran, which is to celebrate the Lord's Supper, but you're also going to get a teaching from me on Luther's Small Catechism. And in Luther's Small Catechism, you get the foundation of what Lutherans believe every Sunday. So join me there, and let's live like we love being Lutheran. Happy Reformation weekend.